available in the second block, then it is not executed. So that type of block to block variable, that type of is called as a local variable. So that is only executed for the particular part. Of course, you already studied in the first year. Second is the static variable. Static variable, I already mentioned that. The static variable is a constant. I repeat, it's a constant and it should be executed in any part, any blocks, any object or our entire program. So it should be executed. So that value is a static, that means constant. Static means standing, constant. Okay, right. Second one, third one is the instance variable. Instance variable. If the object is created, that instance variable exists. If the object is closed, then instance, that variable should be vanish out. So it is somewhat difficult. I can explain this value. Yes. So instance variable. So let us take, I want to discuss about the instance. So what is the class name? Student. So that's why you can store the student.java. In that class, what the class contains? The class contains the two variables. One is the string student name. String student name. Second one is called as a integer. What is the integer name? Variable name is the student score. So what is the rule to variable? The first thing is it should maintain the type. What is the type? String. Why? Because string is nothing but collection of characters. So that's why string. What is the name of the string? Student name. So in Java, you declare the value by the same way. First is the what is the type and what is the name. Okay. Second one is the integer. Integer is the type. Okay. And what is the name? Student score. So I repeat, the first one is also a character, but not a integer. So that's why it's a value. There is no number. The first one is always a alphabetical. And later on, it should be any combination. It should be any combination. Okay? All right. So the first rule. So you are mentioning the two variables. One is the student name and the next one is the student score. I am creating, here let us take, I am creating two objects. I am creating the two objects. What is the first one? Student, student one. What is the object name is the student. Object, the class name is the student, and what is the object name? Student 1. Second one, student is a class name, and what is the object? Student 2. So once you are creating these two, then what happens? The student 1 having the different name and different marks. Student 2 having a different name and different marks. Okay, so that's why as the object created, then these two variables are different. So, okay, this is called as a instance variable. Instance variable. As long as object is created, that variable is exist. Okay, that means if the object is created, close, then what happened? Suppose I am closing the student to object, then that information should be lost. Such type of variables are called as a invariance, instance variable. Instance variable. Okay, so this is the properties of the instance variable. I repeat, as object is created, that variables are accepted. Even though what is a variable? Student name and student mark. But is a variable. Why? Because student name is changes and marks is changes. So such a type of variables are called as a instance. But you are not mentioned this name as a static. Okay, instance variables are available in each and every object. First point, as long as the object is exists, these variables are survival. As the object is closes, that variable should be vanishing out. Okay, but you are not mentioned the static. So if the static is there, that should be mentioned only in the class part. So this is called in the class part. Okay. So this is some idea about the local variable only inside that function, only inside that program. Okay, next, invariance. Multiple function, multiple blocks are developed with the same variable with different values. Third one, that is called invariance, that is called instant. Third one is the static. Wherever you are using the variable, that should be constant value. That should be constant value. Okay. This is the three types of the variables. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay, this is the some idea. What is the rules for the variable? First one, you should declare. I repeat, first one, you should declare with the type and variable name. Variable name starting letter is always alphabetical. Alphabetical. And after declaration, I can show you. This is called after declaration, you should end with the semicolon. So this is the semicolon indicates end of the statement. Okay. If there is no semicolon, the compiler will get the confusion. Okay. Right. Next, operators. Okay. What's the time left in this class? I can finish within 5 minutes. Okay. Can you bear the 5 minutes? Okay. Hello. Can you bear the 5 minutes? Yeah. So this is a very good topic, operators. So because data is there, instructions is there, then what you can do? You can perform certain operations. Operators can perform certain operations on the stored data in the memory or register. I repeat again, operator can specify what operation should be performed by on the stored data of the stored data which is stored in memory or register. Okay, right. So what are the different types of operators are there? Okay, I can show you one video. Just a moment. Yeah. So what are the different types of operators are there? So many classifications are there. I think first one is the unary operators. Unary operators. Unary operator stands for plus plus, minus minus. So plus unary stands for change by one. Change by one, either increment or decrement. So let us take, this is the postfix. The first one is the postfix. So expression plus plus, expression minus. Suppose variable is equal to x. So x plus plus stands for x is incremented by 1. And x minus minus decremented by 1. Okay. So this is called as a postfix notation. And the next one is the prefix notation. So prefix stands for, so this is the plus plus x minus minus x. Okay. So what is the difference? what is the difference? I can show you the clear difference. Let us take, suppose plus plus. So this is a plus plus. This is a pre. Pre stands for before. So prefix stands for first. That value should be added and it can be stored in the memory location. X is a variable. Suppose if you are writing the plus plus x, that indicate, suppose x is equal to 4. So plus plus x stands for 5 and it can be stored in the memory location. Suppose x plus plus stands for store and add. Store and add. Suppose what can it store? Value should be stored in as a 4. Why? Because x value is equal to 4. So then it can store the 4 value. Then add. So you will get the 5 value. But 5 is not stored in the memory location. So storing the memory location is a very important. Plus plus x stands for increment the value. So that is called as a add. That is the plus stands for add and store. Increment and store. But x plus plus stands for x is stored. But after that it can be added. So you will get the value. Suppose if you want to print the x here, then you will get the 4. Suppose if you want to print the x, you will get the 5. Why? Because increment and store. In the x plus plus stands for store and increment. So this is the unary operators. This is the unary operators. Okay. Next is this is called as a arithmetic operation. You already know that. What are the arithmetic operation? You already know that. Addition, plus and minus. This is the operators. I am saying that operators, plus addition operator, minus subtract operator, star. Star is a multiplication operator, slash division operator, and this is the remainder operator. So modulo operator. Modulo operator. You already know that, already studied in the last class. So next is the shift operator. So I think now up to now you don't know the shift operation of the bits. So this is the binary information. In the next class I can explain in clear manner what is the shift operation with in detail. Okay. So let us take, this is the left shift. Okay, what is the problem, Anna? 484. Hello? Hello? Okay. So this is called as a left shift. So less than stands for left shift and this is the right shift. Okay. And this is the another shift. I can explain in detail. Next is the relational operators. Relational operator, comparison, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Okay. Instance of, equality. So E is equal to stands for SI. But double is equal to SI the value. Okay. So that means its value is equal to constant. X double is equal to 7. That means X value is always 7. Okay. Right. So next is the not equal to. Next, bitwise. So now you are studying the STLD. These are all the important. The bitwise, logical, shift operations are very important. Okay, that's fine. Tomorrow I want to discuss in detail about this relation. In the bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise exclusive OR, and the next logical. So here, bitwise stands for bit by bit is compared. The operation should be performed by the bit by bit. Next, logical. So expression, X in there, Y is there. So then X and Y expression should be performed. That is the expression wise is the logical, bitwise is the bitwise operator. Okay, and you already know that. I think, can anybody know what is the ternary operator? Can anybody know the ternary operator? If the condition true, one value should be stored. If the condition false, another value should be stored. That is called the ternary operator. Okay. Next is the assignment. Is equal to assignment, plus is equal to, minus is equal to. That means x plus is equal to 4. That indicates x is equal to x plus 4. Minus 4, minus is equal to x minus 4 is equal to x is equal to x minus 4. So that is called as a assignment operators. Okay. So what are the operators? Are just to preview about that unary increment by 1. Okay. They either store after increment or increment after store. Arithmetic, multiplication, subtraction, division, and complement and division modulo operation. Shift, left shift, right shift. In the shift point of view, there are two operations are there: arithmetic shift or unsigned shift. Signed shift, unsigned shift. So don't confuse, don't confuse. I can clearly explain all the concepts. Next, relational, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Next, equality, and equality stands for double equal to equal. So exclamatory mark is equal to not equal. You already studied. So next, bitwise end. This is the end operation. This is the exclusive OR operation, and this is the OR operation. So bit by bit operation should be performed here. And the next is the expression wise logical operation. Okay. So logical one, the expression 1 and expression 2. These two expressions are compared by using the logical operations. Okay, this is the logical OR and this is the ternary operator. So that's why there are two values should be assigned. If the condition true, one value should be assigned. If the condition false, another value should be assigned. So next is the assignment value. You already know that assign x is equal to 7. 7 should be assigned to x. Plus is equal to stands for x is equal to x plus 4. Minus, okay, this is the assignment operator. So in the next class, I can explain in detail. Okay, all right. Okay, Nana, any doubt? Okay, any doubt? So if you have any doubts, so please post your doubts in my WhatsApp. Okay, I can definitely clarify. All right, thank you. So all of you, please leave that. Attendance, please post your attendance, non-attendance in charges. Okay, you may leave, Nana. Hello? You may leave now.